spin the bluey thing.
Spinning round the blue circle.
Oh shit, that's the wrong one.
Circle, spinning, spinning round. Got my blue circle. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Where's the line? Matt and Ross. Tuesday 30 at noon 30-ish show clock. That's 12:15. Tuesday through
12:15 if you don't know.
That's Studio 586B.
Studio
Oh, it's us.
586B.
The Magic Man, the Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scuba Ross.
Scuba.
RJ Scooby-Doo.
RJ Scooby-Doo.
RJ. Hello, my name is RJ Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
Billy Scooby-Doo.
Troubadour. I don't know. I don't know.
So, what is the name of today's show, sir?
The name of today's show is Rock.
Rock. Oh, I want a cracker.
Oh, you want a cracker?
Actually, Cracker want a cracker. I felt outnumbered, so I don't know if people don't usually see how this studio looks. That I kind of stand out as the one cracker in the room.
The one cracker in the room.
So we've added another cracker.
We've added
Another cracker.
Yeah.
We needed a cracker. A blue and gold macaw named Cracker. Why don't you look up the definition of parrot? What's the definition of parrot, you say? It is a Norwegian blue pointing for the fjords, I say. It is... No, that is an X-parrot.
A bird often vividly colored with a short down-curved hooked bill, grasping feet, and a raucous voice.
Yes.
Found especially in the tropics and feeding on fruits and seeds. Many are popular as cage birds, and some able to mimic the human voice.
But there's more. There's another definition.
Repeat mechanically.
Parrot, what you've heard.
Parrot.
These are the rules.
These are rules.
No butt sex.
No butt sex.
Oh, sorry. It was people parroting things.
Yeah.
Booty bad.
Booty good.
Booty bad, but poopo loophole. That makes no sense.
Oh,
Religiously speaking, that makes no sense.
Loophole was not meant to make sense, I don't think.
It did to the Catholic girls I know. Anyways. Well, so we got a parrot last night. Suddenly and without
Yes.
plan.
Yes.
There was a parrot in our life.
Yes.
And I had epiphany.
You had epiphany.
I started thinking about parrots and parroting things.
Okay.
And we struggled with the parrot last night. The cage does not fit in the basement.
I struggled with the parrot.
Oh, scared of the parrot, huh?
Yes.
That's not a small bird.
Deathly afraid.
I mean...
Maybe not deathly afraid. I shouldn't say that.
I need you to understand...
I petted him.
That beak can take fingers off.
Yes.
I try to make sure people understand. This is a... So, think of
a small bird.
think of the worst nuts you ever tried to crack at Christmas.
Right.
And it's the... I can't think of the name of them. They roast on the open fire. I don't think it's the chestnuts. They're soft. They're a softer nut.
Okay.
They're more gonadish. Softer nuts.
Okay.
Brazil nuts. They're like the funky shaped ones. And no, they can just open them up. There's a reason why the cage doesn't come apart. If there's a spot the cage comes apart, the parrot will take it apart.
Right.
Because parrots are that smart.
Right.
I mean, like, seriously. That you can be incredibly smart and just be repeating things.
Yeah, I mean, you can be like a parrot, you know. Just...
Well,
Right.
We want to find a reality that fits what our brain is saying, whether or not it's real.
Okay.
That if we get told over and over again, this is the way society works,
Okay.
what we say is, well, no, but it doesn't work that way. Though we can go back historically, look at societies, and realize that the rules were different in different places, and some of the things you're so attached to as, oh my God, this is the way society works.
Right.
There are places in the world where no.
Where no, it doesn't exactly work that way.
No. That's how you know social norms are just the parroting of rules.
The parroting of rules. That doesn't make sense because there has to be a first.
Well, okay.
Right?
No.
The society kind of changes as a group, and then what happens is everybody starts repeating the rule. Or everybody buys. Some of the rules are thousands of years old.
Okay.
Some are not. Some societies, women run the ship. Other societies, men run the ship. Very few of the women variety because men are bigger.
True.
The asshole runs. The biggest belly makes the rules. Biggest belly make the rules. Biggest belly make the rules.
It's probably more like biggest arms.
No, biggest belly make the rules.
I mean, but if you got a big belly and somebody with a big arm comes around and just...
Well, traditionally it was also if you had money, you got to eat.
Yeah. Oh,
biggest belly made the
okay,
rules.
I get it.
But it actually comes from Teen Titans.
Okay.
There is an episode where Beast Boy and what's the
Yeah.
robot guy?
Cyborg.
And Cyborg, their stomachs take over and they eat
say
everything.
biggest belly runs- makes
And
the
yes,
rules. Yeah.
they grab their bellies and the bellies talk and they keep going, biggest belly makes the rules.
Which, by the way, Beast Boy should be able to like make his stomach into a rhinoceros stomach.
Well,
He
but
should be able to like shape shift or
no,
something.
but this was a no shape shifting straight volume of food. So there are
just the
rules
food,
to biggest
you know?
belly makes the rules. You can't
Okay.
just turn
You
into
can't
a polar
just
bear.
Use your powers.
Well,
you
a
know?
polar bear just would have a big belly. Polar bears
Got
store
a
a
big
ton
belly.
of fat,
You know.
big belly. Panda,
Yeah.
big belly. Poe, everybody knows Poe, right?
Poe.
Poe,
Okay.
the chosen one.
You got a big belly.
The
Big belly.
Well,
Get in
you-
me
what-
belly. I can't do it. I can't do
Well-
the accent right.
But to some extent, we end up parroting everything. I mentioned Poe, Kung Fu Panda, for those of you not following, because the entire time he's sure there's something more he needs to learn to make him who he is.
Right.
That we're constantly struggling with, how do I act more like that person over there so I can be who I am?
Right.
That won't work. And it'll drive you crazy because you'll compare yourself all the time. Well, but so-and-so does this, and why don't I?
Right.
And so-and-so does that, and why don't I? Because you're you, and you do you.
Right.
The beauty of it is, no puzzles aren't fun if they give you all square pieces. You can put it together however you want, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to make the right picture. We all have different little bits and shapes, like a good little virus. We've got our protein spikes.
I would like
It's
to
our-
mention. I would like to mention. Sometimes you speak really fast, and it sounds like the guy from the commercial. You know, the guy that talks like this, and he keeps going, and he just doesn't stop.
Do
and
I?
Sometimes.
Well,
It's kind of funny though.
I'm just parroting things I've heard.
Yeah.
So much of what we do, and I'm known for constantly going, I'm just a mirror.
Right.
Everything I ever said, I stole from somewhere. But I repeat it in a different order. I see it all like Lego, is what I always say, but building blocks. With a million different shapes and sizes. So once upon a time, I built some walls. And with natural stone, instead of me, I'm going to figure... I always feel like I need to teach myself somehow, as opposed to actually...
Right.
Don't get me wrong, we ran the landscape company on the idea that I could read a book the night before.
Okay.
That no matter what I did, I could figure out how to do it. There's a
Right.
book for that.
There's a book for that.
It's reality.
Yeah.
You want to do brain surgery, there's a book for that.
There's a book for that,
There's a
man.
book for that.
Guaranteed.
So there's some value to parroting. But the thing that I remember was the joy of... So when you're putting together a natural stone wall, you have to figure out where it all fits. It's like putting together a puzzle, but they gave you a box that isn't even the right puzzle pieces. It's random puzzle pieces.
Right.
And it's what are you going to make out of it?
What are you gonna make?
By the end, I'd be running around the yard because I knew where the right rock was for the spot. I knew where that piece was.
Right.
You ever put together a puzzle and you get to the point where you're down to pieces and you'll see a piece, you're like, I just saw that one.
That
And you
piece
go
works
get it.
there.
We're like that. That's how we fit together.
Are we now?
As opposed to like, well, what if we were all perfect little blocks that believed exactly the same thing and parroted what we were told? That's not the beauty of it.
Right.
That's not the beauty of who we are. It's not to say there's no value in parroting ideas, but there is value in making them yours and testing them. Bringing them fully forward. Because everybody's new perspective on each one is what gives it the really cool shape. So that then when it goes together, wow, we see an actual picture. The squares I could put anywhere. But that's not how people are made. They're gonna they're constant. They're the anxiety of trying to be that block, that perfect block that nobody is. But you're supposed to be this perfect block.
You know what? We watched School of Rock.
We did.
And what I found interesting was the fact that he found a spot for everyone. He found something to do for everyone. He found whatever it was. It was like, okay, you can't sing, you can't play guitar, roadie.
Well, but the reality
got it.
is, Hillary Clinton mentioned, it takes a village. No matter what you're doing, for it to be really meaningful. It's not to say there aren't things you can't accomplish alone and screw the world. But it starts to go off path. In the sense, not like the traditional, and I hate using the word path because it's got so much attached to it. But off the rails, maybe. You'll end up doing songs about watches. It'll be...
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to talk about that, man. Every time we do, every time we do, his mom comes up somehow. I can't take that.
You ever heard? I've got some tape of her heartbeat when we were together. It's
Jesus,
no, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I don't.
God, no.
All respect to Donda and Mr. Ye's wife. I mean, mom. Whatever to his wife. Pete Davidson. I think there may be a Peter in Kim's future.
I think it was all planned now. Yeah, I think it was all planned now.
Are they getting back together?
Probably.
Aw. Did I call it a year ago?
Yeah.
Did I?
You did.
Did I call it dead on? Did he get paid off in sponsorships?
Probably.
But you could go watch it. No, come on. We both noticed it. He got paid off in sponsorships. Once they were done, they split up.
Yep. Parrots, man. Doing what they're told.
I
don't know.
Peter wants some cracker. Kim wants some Peter.
Oh my god.
I love fish sticks. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Why was Kanye suddenly British?
I don't know.
That was very odd.
I don't know.
It was a very strong, like, British Kanye.
I don't get it.
Kanye, I think Kanye would have made it farther if he was white. If he had the British accent.
White?
Well, no,
would Kanye make it?
He would be top white, and
if he had a British accent.
If he had a British accent, right?
But I mean,
pull it off the way Idris does.
Rick, you got like, wasn't it Rick the not Rick the Ruler? Is a Rick guy, and he made whatever.
Ric Flair.
No, he was a British rapper.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Let's wrestle.
Your Ric Flair impression sucks. Woo!
Oh, is that? I don't even. So I just did a wrestler. I don't have a.
Yeah, you got. If you're gonna do Ric Flair, you gotta do the woo. You gotta do the woo.
You do it looking that way, and I'll make.
Woo!
Okay, there we go. Now I've wooed. Woo. One of them woo-woo girls.
Woo.
One of them woo-woo girls. I got something from School of Rock, too.
Okay, what'd you get?
And it's that... So they're coming up. We didn't come here to win. We came here to put on the greatest show ever.
Yeah.
Winning isn't something you can measure. It's not meaningful.
Can't win.
Well, no, or lose. Neither of those answers are meaningful because you don't know tomorrow.
Right.
We shall see.
We shall see.
That if you get stuck in the parroting, it was good, it was bad, it was good, it was bad, it was good, it was bad, it was bad, it was bad, it was bad.
Right.
Because you're defining it before you know. We stand in the present moment going, oh my God, this awful thing.
That's why when I'm freestyling, I try to just shut up and just let it come out.
Mm-hmm.
And literally whatever comes out comes out. If it's just me humming and making noises,
come dance.
No, shut up. whatever it happens to be. If it's just me humming and there's no words at all, then that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Right?
And usually when I stop
You
freestyling,
guys should do a day
it's
where
like,
you go,
oh,
we're going to freestyle jazz. You're not allowed to use real words.
you know what it is? I have a meter. I have a meter of how in my head I am. And the more in my head I am, the more I want to stop.
Have you thought about writing down your numbers again? Sometimes I miss writing down my numbers.
Maybe I should.
One of the things that saved, I'm going to share this. When I was at my deepest depression, a wise young man, Dark inside, I guess is what we call him on this show. He's been on the show, but he was on his dark. Came to me and he said, what you got to do is you got to write your numbers down. I wasn't in any kind of therapy. He goes, you got to be able to see that there's change.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels overwhelming, like you can't change anything, like every day is the same. That's not true.
Right.
Not because of anybody else, but so he gave me a set of numbers that worked better for me.
Right.
So they push anxiety and are you feeling anxiety or are you feeling depression?
Right.
Or no. So I always added he gave me another number. It was stress, anxiety, and depression.
Stress is normal.
Stress is normal. Measure what's going on in your life with logic. Step away from it. Good, bad, ugly. Write it down.
You might be
my stress levels.
You might be really anxious if you're really stressed, but that's also normal.
My stress levels are at a 9 or a 10.
Right.
That's just if we add up,
yes,
just financially where I'm at. You can go, oh, Matt's at a 9 or a 10, but that doesn't define me. That's why you do stress. Then you get to anxiety.
Right.
God, I know I'm beating the hell out of it. Sorry.
That's okay.
Then you get to anxiety. How are you dealing with stress?
Right.
I'm probably at a 4.
Mm.
So you go, oh, wow, I beat my number. If it's 9 and you're an 8, now you have this is real world. And you know what? I'm not doing bad. And then you get to the depression because you've got to mark. That's the part that holds you inside.
Mm-hmm.
The anxiety spins the wheels. Depression keeps the foot on the brake.
Yes.
So you're just in one place spinning. So you're trying to figure out how do you stop the spinning and how do you get off the brake.
I would say my depression's probably pretty high right now.
I know.
But
I don't mean I know like I'm...
Well, yeah,
I'm not... You don't have to come up with numbers.
No,
I'm
I
not
got
trying to wheel you out.
No, I know.
But that...
I'm only giving giving examples to...
Because one of the things we do, we parrot our own experience.
Mm-hmm.
We call it ruts.
Mm-hmm.
But we repeat. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and go, Polly wants a cracker.
Maybe we should do that.
Ross needs a fight.
Maybe we should give our
you want to go back doing the farm report?
No,
or we could do a show just called Numbers.
Yeah. Or we could do that on here.
Oh, God.
Makes it easier. I mean,
maybe. I don't want this to become a show about... Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll know
later.
Know what? I found drawing those lines helped me. Only in the sense that I could see that they weren't lines. There was change.
Right.
That if I could understand it and see it... Okay, so I'm a guy that likes to test stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy that has trouble with people telling me what to do.
Right.
I don't like rules.
Right.
I have it's funny that I say that, and I have a ton of rules in my head about how to right behavior.
Mm-hmm.
They've loosened up a little bit, not in the sense of it means, no, I'm very attached to, oh God, I hate that word. The idea that I'm not parroting things, what I've done is I've tested things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, I'm good to people because it feels better to be good. Like, it literally, I'm a big one on the things that I have found. As much as people, that's going to make your life harder, has made my life easier.
Mm-hmm.
That in meeting people and actually talking to them and being present with them, oh my God, the amazing opportunities that arise. The people you talk to, they're like, oh wow, that's meaningful to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you were out there and talking.
Right.
I end up, though, trying not to parrot the same things.
Right.
That one of the hardest things is when you're being present with someone, not falling into, and then I say this. And then I say that. Because I have a bunch of those. Matt-isms.
Right.
Well, no, I have a friend that she was remarking on the fact that she misses the Matt-isms. That I was known for, you know me, I make up cliches all day, even though that's not how cliches work.
I do have some generic advice that I generally give sometimes.
Don't touch your pee-pee too much or you'll need glasses as big as Ross's.
Just gonna
Ha, now we
go ahead
can't
and
see
do
each
that.
other.
Yeah.
Do I look good? Man, my eyes can't even take it.
Damn. Does it help or hurt?
You mean as relative to the rest of the eye stuff?
Yeah. With the glasses on.
Hurts a little because I have to.
Strain a little bit harder to see.
Well, no, I can't see.
Right.
I can. I mean, it's. I could type. I type. I can get as long as it's right here. I can see.
I could probably type.
But anyways, back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
We end up repeating our own days,
Mhm.
stuck in our own wheels.
Mhm.
That parroting can be dangerous and also part of what we do.
Right.
Understanding the pieces and resting in them as opposed to just repeating them. That the hard part is our brain is set up to parrot. Our body is set up to parrot. Muscle memory.
Mhm.
You know, hey, this is how we've always done it. Hey, I don't like change.
Right.
The hard part for me is I've got one rule. I need to be good to everybody. Every living thing. And doing that conscientiously makes me feel better. And why not be selfish? Don't you deserve to feel better?
I have no idea what to say right now.
That's okay. That my point
I'll
is
be honest.
that being a good person for selfish reasons,
Mhm.
that you get to sleep at night,
Right.
you don't feel bad, you're not trying to remember what to say or who to say it to,
Right.
you're not trying to remember who to be, and if does that mean I'm perfect at that all the time? No, I dressed up as an adult yesterday and went to school so that I could, meet teachers and stuff. And it was the funniest thing because that was the comment from all that's what I was telling all my friends. I said, because they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't see you there." I'm like, "I know, I'm disguised as an adult. Can you tell?" No inappropriate T-shirt. No, today's T-shirt is appropriate. I do have Yoda,
Yeah,
baby Yoda. Here.
Baby Yoda.
I do have baby Yoda.
I actually can't see Baby Yoda.
My grandson got me the baby Yoda shirt. Yoda, you know what? I parroted those philosophies.
Mm-hmm.
There is no try. There is do or do not.
Do or do not.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't half-ass nothing, whole ass or no ass.
Yeah.
Same thing. That's my translation of Yoda. So if you were translating Yoda into hillbilly, well, I'd go never half-ass nothing, whole ass or no ass. Is that what Yoda said?
That sounded about right.
That the hard part is our entire education system is based around the idea of parroting, as opposed to teaching kids how to think. That the biggest goal has to be we want to teach our children that learning is amazing. And whatever they're excited about learning, that's what I want them to learn. Don't get me wrong, I want them to work on the other stuff. But you'll find each kid's going to go, wow, this or wow, that, and just feed it.
Right.
Feed it. Do you know what's
Feed me
one of the things that
more.
upsets me the most is the world's greatest wasted asset is the diversity. How many children never got to go to school?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean for me, doesn't mean their ideas are less valid. I'm interested in what they're thinking now, but I also go, what if?
Right.
I go, what about all of those young men dying in Europe right now? What if one of them was the answer to one of these puzzles that we don't even know we have yet?
Mm-hmm.
And as we're trying to make everybody parrot the same thing,
Right.
as we're trying to make everybody, oh, you're this or you're that, and then we fight to make everybody one. Humans don't work that way. Individuality is what makes us strong. It's what makes us powerful. It's the keys to all the locks. That neural diversity we talk about so much. That not being just a parrot. That everybody is different on the inside and it's going to come out crackers.
However it comes out.
The parrot's name is Crackers. There will be Crackers references.
There will be Crackers references.
Well, so what do you think? You were saying earlier, I feel like parroting is what I do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's less meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the things I bring that are me repeating somebody else's words don't matter. They matter though because I found them, and they're me too, and that's okay. That's not just how you stack them. I stole everything I ever said.
I find myself parroting in the sense that I don't always know what's my own opinion and what's someone else's opinion, and I also don't always know how exactly to get out my own opinion. Like,
What do you mean?
like
Do you worry that it's going to be judged?
no, it's more that I don't necessarily see the line between my opinion and someone else's opinion. I don't necessarily know where my opinions come from. Like, I get very confused.
Why judge where they come from?
I mean, I don't know.
My point of view is wisdom comes from everywhere. I don't judge source. Source is universe. It comes in a million different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a parrot. Sometimes it's, a fish. Sometimes it's a kid.
Right.
So instead of in my head, that's why I always keep saying everything I say is a mirror. Everything I say I ever stole. Because I'm saying what you're saying. If you listen, what I'm saying is, sure, everything I've got is somebody else's words. I get there, so I'm not judging where that thought comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, hey, this is how those thoughts went. This is where my epiphany was.
Mm-hmm.
My epiphany. Anyways, because in that sense you would drop the A because it would be my epiphany. It'd be the Breakfast Epiphany's coming soon. I don't know how yet. I don't know if it's going to be a video. I don't know how that book's going to look yet. It may be something totally new and have nothing to do with words. Or, I mean, pages.
Pages?
But, so I don't think my thoughts are original. I don't think I'm saying something that is new. I don't think any of the stuff I'm saying is groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think it is. I just feel like I'm open to the idea that, wow, man, there's a lot of wisdom in this world. I'm not going to deny any source.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you learn from the idiots, too.
Right. True.
You know, I mean, how not to run a coup if you're trying to take over anyway. God, that's the worst part is, what if somebody smart decided to do that? And it was that close. That was what scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Was what if somebody competent was running this thing? Like, oh crap. The problem with parroting is you get sucked in. So it's figuring out how to stack it, but letting it be okay that you don't have to know, that you're always letting yourself be figuring it out. That I don't know. So I'm bringing from a million sources. I'm not attached to the where or the why or the where from and I don't claim it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I talk about my AK endlessly, and really what I'm trying to say is, I don't know, I'm not... You know what? I ended up a vegan not working at it. That's the only way I know to explain it.
Right.
Like, oh, this is the right thing. It resonates. I can feel it.
Right.
You know what? And it feels good when it's right.
It does. It does
Selfish.
feel good when it's right. That's true.
Literally, you can validate becoming a better person just on, I'm a selfish asshole and I want my life to feel better.
Mm.
That if you chase dollars and chase what you have, you'll always feel like you're chasing. And the more you share, the more the circle is complete and the more meaningful it is. The more the team. The people not parroting. The people bringing their ideas together with other ideas, because a lot of times it's not that this idea is perfect or that idea is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's this idea that if they don't communicate, oh wow, never happens.
Blah. Jesus. I cannot
Jesus
words.
Papoose?
I cannot words, and it is so frustrating right now.
Jesus Papoose.
Yes. Something like that. Dude.
What are you? No, I'm I'm working with you, bro.
I'm trying not to like. It.
Go ahead.
I don't even like. I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, and I am, but it's like my head is just like
Fighting it.
no, not even that. Like it's trying to like.
What's going on in your head? Just say it.
I don't even know what's going on in my head, man.
That's okay.
It's crazy.
That's
It's
describing
craziness.
it. Okay, keep going.
It's craziness, and it feels like my brain is like taking it. It's like every thought is connected to another thought,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, it's not connected at all, and it looks like organized chaos in my head. Is what it looks like.
There's a lot going on.
It's what it feels like.
Well, but do you stop and go, oh shit, I get why I feel this way. There's stress, anxiety, depression. If you don't separate the stress and the anxiety, the number becomes a one number. If you don't separate it.
Okay.
That's what blew me away. The piece that no one had, that Dark gave me, was the fact that no, there can be things going on in your life, but you're dealing with it well.
Right.
You can be naturally overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that needs done.
Right.
And still be and you can back down the other number.
Right.
That you can go, oh, well, this is my stress levels, but I can choose to deal with them at this anxiety level. I can start going, okay, wait a minute. There's no way I can fix all that at once or do all of that at once, but it feels, oh my God, overwhelming. My sphere of concern, but my sphere of actual, what's the other one? Influence, much smaller. That's my anxiety. That's this little ball that I can deal with.
Right.
That some of the pieces will have to fall into place. Send money. Just saying, send money. That at the same time, though, there are pieces that I am dealing with now that give me great joy. Dude, I cannot claim yesterday was a bad day, no matter how bad the day was, on the basis that I got a parrot. You cannot have a minute a day in your life where you look back and go, it was an awful day, I got a parrot. That isn't how that works. There were a variety of things I could go, that was a bad day, I could have done that with yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I got a friggin' parrot, bro. I might, lose sight in one eye, but I got a parrot.
I will say it was a weird day for me, but...
I know. No.
Yeah.
And what I'm pointing out is, you get to decide.
Yeah.
So, 20 years from now when you're telling the story, do you think what you're going to concentrate on was the bad parts of the day or the crazy bit where we went and got a parrot?
Probably the parrot bit.
Probably the parrot bit, right?
No, I'm going to tell stories about how crazy you are by the fact that you got a parrot. Like, you went out and got a parrot. Like, that's insane.
It was I didn't have to pay
cool.
for a parrot.
I mean, it wasn't like... It was interesting.
I found out
I don't know how to...
I found out the basement's full of reptiles that he's not taking care of.
What?
Yeah, he's got more stuff there. There's stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like. Anyways, I want him to be able to take care of his pets. I'm glad that we can help for right now, and I don't know the eventuality of the parrot, but I love having Cracker here.
Right.
It's good to have another Cracker in the house. It just is.
Oh my gosh.
So which part of yesterday do you remember now?
I'll be honest, the bit where we were arguing.
Right? Okay, that's cool.
I'll be honest, yeah. That bit. But
so, what all went on? Tell me what happened last night. Give me the whole parrot story. Matt grabbed you.
The whole parrot story.
Matt, actually, earlier in the day, I got a message saying somebody needed somebody to
Earlier
take
in the day,
parrot.
somebody needed to take care of a parrot. And I was very confused because at first I thought it was someone in Florida because you were talking to your daughter. And I thought it was someone in Florida, and I thought the parrot was going to be sent here. So I was very confused, me personally. But then I realized, oh snap, the parrot is in Columbus. The parrot's here. So later on in the day, you grabbed me out of my bed Okay, I was relaxing. God dang it. And we went to go get a parrot. Well, first we went to go look at the parrot.
And how'd that go?
And it was
Describe the scene, my friend.
Okay.
Pure chaos.
Pure chaos. Kids everywhere, dogs everywhere. I got bit in the finger.
There's a price for the parrot.
There was a price for the parrot, man. I paid in blood. Okay.
Meanwhile, cage huge. I knew.
Meanwhile, the cage is huge. We're not sure if we're gonna be able to get it over the baby gates.
The baby gates everywhere, but
Baby
we can't
gates
take them down.
everywhere, but we can't take them down. So
I keep trying to figure out what we're going to do with
we
the
ended
parrot.
up flipping.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, you ended up.
We went home first.
Okay, we went home
We
first.
waited on additional help
Yes.
that were amazingly helpful. That's what we'll say.
Yes.
And that. So eventually we got a call. We came back here.
Yep.
In theory, I was supposed to be dyeing hair.
Yes.
I did not get hair dyed last night.
No, you did not.
I did not. It was like 11 by the time we got done with this escapade.
Yes.
So we go back a second time.
So we go back the second time.
This time with Ben Hayes with us. Even.
This
We had
time
the
with
gamer.
Ben Hayes with us, and we first the parrot has to go somewhere, right? The parrot's got to go somewhere.
Okay, I've never moved a parrot. I've worked at stores that sold parrots, but we never sold. Okay, those parrots were not there to be sold. They really belonged to the owner. It was a good write-off because they belonged to the store.
Right.
Those parrots were, the prices on them were not set for sale.
Right.
So I had a blue and gold macaw that I spent time with at 17 named Fred.
So someone bought the parrot and then it stayed in the store?
The owner.
Yeah.
No, the owner
Oh,
of the store.
owner of the store owned the parrot.
She had a number of parrots. She had a couple cockatoos at home and a couple other. She had an African gray. She had a bunch of birds.
Okay.
And then she had Fred was at the store.
Right.
I don't remember. Sonny was a sun conure. There were two
Sonny.
cockatoos, a big one and a goffin, a bunch of conures. We'd occasionally sell conures and stuff. I mean, there were birds we sold, but the reality was the ones that were really big. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars.
Back to the parrot. So the parrot's got to go somewhere. So.
But I've never moved a parrot, so I literally had the upstairs management was trying to get a hold of people to go, do you have tips on how to move your bird? And what does the lady say when I finally go, okay, what am I supposed to do with this bird?
She says, you can just drive with him on your shoulder.
Which makes
this bird that I've
obviously
never interacted with before
is going to get in a car with me with a beak that can take my fingers off next to my face.
Yes.
This is what's going on in my head as I decide,
Yes.
screw it, I'm doing this.
So.
And he gets on my arm, though.
Bird on the arm.
And then
Birds
he
on the
goes
arm.
up.
Success. So once we get in the car, we got the cage in
Well,
and
okay,
everything.
I got to give you the crazy.
No.
So he's on the arm when I get in the door.
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get
in
and close the door.
Yeah.
And I've got the window wide open, and he seems to like that. So I guess I'm going to leave the window open in case the parrot... He nuzzled in my neck.
Oh, jeez.
He was so, like... And when I brought him in later, he was on my arm, and I was holding him like this.
Right.
Like, we totally bonded.
Yes.
Until I lit a cigarette.
Until...
Go ahead now. We're
until you lit a cigarette.
God.
This bird does not like cigarettes.
No,
which, by the way, I will say, if he stops smoking because of the bird, I see that as an absolute win. Okay, I remember there was a moment where he was like, "Do you want me to stop smoking?" And the bird was like, "What?"
Yeah, the bird says cigarette.
Cigarette?
No, cigarette.
Cigarette.
So yeah, real low.
Did it really?
Oh yeah, no, he knows what I'm doing. He's like,
oh, okay. I didn't know that, but and then I was like, I second that. I was like, I second that. There's no parrot in here currently, as you can tell, because otherwise
the parrot will make
making
appearances.
noise, you know.
There would have been no cigarettes today if the parrot came down.
Yes, there would have been no cigarettes.
So
technically, I guess I should be hoping that we can get the bird down so that you can stop smoking.
I'm just wrong. I wonder if it would fit where that chair is.
Oh, jeez.
It wouldn't. It'd stand in front of the camera. It'd be bad.
Yeah.
I really want to get the kitchen area done and get the bird.
Right.
Well, the idea is that the bird will have a. Okay, I know where the bird really goes.
Right.
For those of you that don't know, we're building an office in the garage. The bird goes in the garage.
I had that thought.
But the bird can't go in the garage until I have doors, until I have heat. Because the bird can't stay out in there in the winter.
Right.
So there's a glass door that has to get put in. There's more swing sets that need taken apart. There's more wood that
There's more stuff to do.
It's a constant.
More stuff to do.
But it's also amazing. Dude, there's a parrot upstairs.
More?
Well,
Parrot.
so we get home.
Mm-hmm.
And we think we're going to get the cage down the stairs.
Think we're gonna get the cage down the stairs. We twist it. Nope.
Multiple ways.
Take the door
Took
off.
the door off. Tried.
Nope. Nothing's gonna go. It's
I know
not
what
gonna
would
go.
get it. But
I almost think if we like twisted it, it might go, but I don't know.
No, there's no room.
I don't know
for it.
if. Yeah,
And
I
the
don't.
other thing I'm concerned about
Uh-huh.
is it may be so wide that it won't go down the stairs anyways. That even if I could get it there, I'm
It
worried
wouldn't
that
be
I won't
able
have
to-
enough
yeah.
kick to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. But that was when it goes in the garage. When the office in the garage is done, the parrot's in the office for when people come in, and the
Right.
parrot's one of the first things you see.
Right.
get to see the
So
parrot.
you see the parrot, yeah.
That when we eventually have an actual office out there, and hopefully there's somebody doing scheduling, and that's how people come in and the whole nine.
Yeah.
It's not that it takes a lot of money to finish it. It does take some, but a lot of it is time.
Right.
That part of the problem is the level of support we need financially is about $5,000 a month, and that's $5,000 a month that's just doing what we're doing.
Right.
I know it sounds like a lot, but that's $1,500 for the producer, $1,500 for the studio. That only leaves $2,000 in the budget for additional hire, like paying somebody for time basis as opposed to full time.
Mm-hmm.
And for the record, $1,500 for you full time means you're working for literal pennies.
Yes.
It's not a meaningful number.
I'm
in that
working for
sense.
free now, though, so.
And some may notice I'm still not in those numbers. I am sort of. The studio is my. You know what? The studio has to pay bills too. It's a person that lives in a space that needs to
Right.
pay its share. And 5,000 doesn't cover like expansion or New York or.
Right.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, because it is.
And meanwhile, when we ask for $20,000, people are like, oh my God, that's a ton of money. Well, on average, it costs about $5,000 to get your 501(c) done. Yeah, see? And then, so now you're looking at 3 months of time. Don't get me wrong.
And 3 months of time?
$20,000 is 3 months and
Oh, okay.
501(c).
Okay.
That's all it is. It literally isn't like, oh, fund us.
Right.
It's help us get the seed money necessary to do the final paperwork.
Right.
That's how ridiculous the.
Right.
But I understand. I don't look at $20,000 as a small amount of money.
Right.
At all. But
I
I'm
don't.
doubling down. I'm doubling down on the fact that I will go under rather than give up. And if I go under, I still won't give up. I'm too connected.
Right.
There's too much. Take a moment and look around.
Right.
Instead of beating yourself up for a day, just take a moment. Tell somebody else the story of where you are, and somehow walk away still feeling like you don't have gratitude, because you can't. I can't. In the world of things to meditate on, when you feel your worst, meditate on gratitude. Go through the list. Work your way through it. We got a parrot yesterday. Dude, okay. In the world of I'm having trouble with an eye.
Right.
And we're making jokes about eye patches at the beginning of the day and pirates.
Yes.
And by the end of the day, I'm literally offered a parrot. I am ready to cut one leg off at the knee. Okay? I am ready to full
Please
pirate.
don't do that.
How'd Matt end up with a hook? He cut one of his hands
He cut one of his hands off.
Well, there was an alligator and a clock.
There was an... That's funny.
If I turn into a real pirate, will Johnny Depp come talk to me?
Maybe. He might.
I would love to
I
sit
think you
down
gotta
and
sail
talk
the 7
philosophy
seas,
with
though.
you. Well, I was joking, actually. Oh, that's weird. I was joking about how there's probably a boat in my future.
There's probably a boat in your future.
Boat jokes are getting serious. Maybe I'll go somewhere on a boat. I don't know. I can't be as attached to the destination as I am in the meaning of what I'm doing here.
Right.
Or I won't be here.
Sorry. Alarm.
But do you see what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
I'll be stuck in the there or the then in a place I can't even exist.
Can't exist there. Nope. Not at all.
You know? It's like yesterday never happened and there's no tomorrow.
Yesterday. Well, never mind.
In the world of quotes from Groundhog's Day. I have just odd quotes over here. And I knew I had to keep going because I decided, you know what? Let's just do this, Phil, and then we'll talk.
Ooh.
I'm going to do this.
I'm gonna do this.
And we'll figure it out.
Yes, we will.
And the trick is, it's okay. You're not alone. It's scary.
Should I end it out with the "You not
Okay.
alone?
Keep singing.
I'm here with you, and though you're far away, I'm here to stay. You're not alone." I did it from the computer this time.